Puppy Mills 1 to 2023 Christmas in Bundang. I'm Gina Bowler, and I'm the director of Korean Canada Rescue in New York. And we are really happy today to bring you to our facility in Bundang, South Korea. Here in Bundang, we have a 20,000 square foot rescue facility, and our staff and trainers are standing behind me. And they care for over 160 dogs a day that were rescued from various situations like dog meat farms, slaughterhouses, stray and abandoned, high-kill shelters, and puppy mills. And today we're going to meet some wonderful rescue groups that we partner with on the ground in South Korea. And we'll talk about our experiences and the outlook of South Korea and how we're going to be managing the next year's rescue. And in South Korea, we have a motto that helps us stay positive, and it's 1, 2, 3. And now I'd like to show you how our small puppy mill dogs go. A lot of these dogs were rescued from puppy mills and breeders. And this is an area that we keep them in, where they can get a lot of individual attention, and they will also decompress and play. Over here is sleeping rooms where the dogs can rest together. Over here is our kitchen area. And one thing we did here in Bundang is we made fresh dehydrated snacks in our fake dehydrator. We make snacks for all 160 dogs. And our kitchen is where we prepare the fresh food and fuel. And it's no easy task feeding 160 dogs twice a day, but our team has everything lined up and ready to go. And we also feed very high quality kibble. We feed German and Spanish brand kibble, which is very good for skin issues, for joint issues, and provides great antioxidant. This is our sleeping quarters here. And here, we bring dogs. And our dogs to comprise in a crate because they come to the United States. And we also learn to create individual space. So every segment of feet is during the day, they have intervals of crate training. This is one of the big stay. And over here is our laundry area. Our laundry area has 3 washers and 2 dryers. And you can imagine 160 dogs, they're constantly running all day long. So we have a lot of laundry every day. We also use this as a grooming area. So we have a bathtub, a bath station in here where the dogs can be groomed. And we have volunteers come in to give them baths and also groom them. And we also have a grooming table over here. We're going to go up the stairs. Mama Rosie is a female corgi that we rescued with our partners Life Animal Rescue in Jongho Puppy Mill. She was used for breeding over and over again. And when she was rescued, we found out she was pregnant and she gave birth to 9 puppies almost immediately after her rescue. Mr. Shim himself is here from Life Animal Rescue. He's our partner that helped us rescue Rosie and her puppies and 30 other dogs from the puppy mill. A lot of them were living outside and they had heartworm, so they needed to be treated. Mr. Shim is going to talk today about what the state of puppy mills are like in Korea and what the future should look like.
동물에게 안전한 번식장은 없습니다.
There's no puppy mill that is safe for the animals.
정부가 허가를 했다고 해도 말이죠.
The government says they issue license.
우리는 번식장을 없애기 위해서 노력하겠습니다.
We'll try our best to shut down all those puppy mills.
여러분들은 사지 말고 입양을 해주세요.
And we really want you to do not buy and adopt.
한국에서 루시법이 통과되는 그날까지, 한국에서 루시법이 통과되는 그날까지 우리는 끝까지 싸울 것입니다.
Until the day the Moses law has passed, we'll be fighting.
파이팅!
Fighting!
예!
Don't buy, adopt.
감사합니다.
You might have seen in our recent post and news story about 11 Joseph news that were brought by the Dog Meat Farmers Association in front of Sejong City Hall as a protest to the 2027 ban of dog meat in Korea. Unfortunately, these dogs were left and used as pawns in front of Sejong city government officials in protest, and these poor animals were left there in cages with nowhere to go. They were brought to Sejong City Shelter, which wasn't any better than a dog meat farm, and they were chained. Our rescue groups came to rescue them and saw horrible things of the way that they were treated and living. So we immediately stepped in with our partners and rescued all the Tosas. Today, I have Jenny Kim from KDS here, who has extensive knowledge about dog meat farm rescue in South Korea. And she'll tell us about how the rescue went down and how the Tosas are doing.
인권협회에서 교사들을 시위 도구로 사용하고 버려졌고 또 그 아이들을 인권에 가서 다시 찾아가고 싶어 한다는 소식을 듣고 우리 동료 단체들이 세종시에 찾아갔어요. 항의를 하려고. 이 아이들을 절대로 보내면 안 된다. 우리가 감시를 할 것이다. 이렇게 정확하게 메시지를 전달하기 위해서 갔는데 Thank you. No, I'm sorry. So the Dog Meat Association used these tools as for their protest, and then throw the dogs in the cage in front of the city hall in Sejong City. The pretender no. And they were so we heard that they were sent to the city shelter, and after the quarantine period, we were informed that the Dog Meat Association wanted to take them back. So on that day that we heard that news, we all went down together. We rescue groups together. We went down and started negotiating them to take them, release. So it took the whole day, like from early in the morning to the evening, and we're finally able to find them in the city shelter. And they were still like locked in the cage, very small cage, and some of them were chained. So we had to fight the shelter, like the government people at the shelter, and were able to rescue all of them that they. 내가 말 안 하는 거지 미리 다 프리 인터프리터를 했네. 그래서 긴급하게 11마리를 구성할 수밖에 없었고, 동료 단체들이 다 데리고 왔어요. 그래서 각 단체들의 지금 2마리씩, 그리고 1마리 데려갈 단체들 보여서 11마리가 다 안전하게 잘 보호받고 있고 치료 중에 있습니다. 아이들은 좀 소심했지만 매일매일 성격이 더 좋아지고 있어요. Since they are quite too big, none of the rescue groups were able to rescue them all. So each organizations rescued one or two, then brought to their shelters, and they are now safe and doing great. And they were at the beginning, they were relatively timid and shy, but every day they are getting better and better, and they're being treated correctly, and they're showing the progress every day.
What's so wonderful in Korea is that we can form a coalition of many different rescue groups to help dogs that we otherwise could have never helped before. And that unity is helping us rescue even more dogs and be an even stronger force against the dog treaters and the puppy mills. So we want to introduce the two tosas that Queen Canine has here.
Youumbba is still scientific, but every day he's like, I was completely full and not to need love.
With his friend Academy, he was also rescued from Sejong City, and he's been one of the most quicker tosas to give birth to us. So let's see Academy and talk to his trainer. And can you tell us how Academy is doing?
바람이 어떻게 지내고 있나요?
같이 앞에서 운동할 때는 되게 우주랑 잘 지내고 굉장히 소심한 편인데도 그래도 힘만 있으면 사람한테 잘 따라가고
So when people are not around, he goes out and play a lot with his friend Woju, and but with people, he's still a little bit timid.
How old do you think that Academy is?
정확한 건 이제 병원을 가봐야 알겠지만
He isn't quite sure, but around 3 or 4.
Academy likes treats a lot, so that's a really good sign in the start of his progress. And maybe in a few months, you will see Academy accepting love and affection.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna visit our exercise center and rehabilitation center. Here in Bundang, it recently snowed. So this morning, we got snow for the first time. The snow fell about 1 inch, so the dogs are pretty happy that it's finally turned to winter, because Indos, they love to be outside in the cold. The dogs come out here at least 3 or 4 times a day to socialize and play. And as we're working, agility equipment, and we have other to get training and play with.
그거는
Bunsuk, how long have you been with Canine?
2 years and 6 months.
Ooh, that's a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bunsuk is one of our head trainers. He's a main trainer. He learns a lot about dog training and was able to manage many dogs at the time. And does a really good job. Bunsuk, what is your favorite part about working with dogs?
했던 아이들이 활발하게 변하는 모습을 보고 그거에 많이 보람을 느끼고 그리고 미국 있을 때 사는 모습을 보고 아이들이 행복하게 사는 모습을 보고 이제 아이들이 행복하게 사는구나 이걸 봤을 때 되게 많은 보람을 느낍니다.
He feels very touched to see how changed here when they're rescued. At the beginning, they're super timid, afraid, but they train the dogs how to live with people. They get healthy, and the greatest part is when he can see how healthy they are.
That's amazing. Thank you for your hard work, Bunsuk. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're here with Kara, the largest animal welfare group in South Korea. Not only do they advocate for dogs, they also advocate for all animals in South Korea. In July, we collaborated with Kara on the rescue of the Shihon dogs. There were 30 dogs that were being monitored by Kara. The slaughter butcher was being monitored by Kara to collect evidence, and we wanted to shut down one of the largest slaughterhouse pipelines in South Korea, where he was butchering thousands of dogs per month. We were able to rescue 30 dogs and stop the butcher from killing more dogs. Unfortunately, our manager, Kim Hyun-yu, was charged with trespassing and entering into the slaughterhouse building to save the dogs. We believe it's her right to rescue these dogs. These dogs needed to be saved as they were minutes from being slaughtered in the most cruel and painful way. Tortured and beyond imaginable cruel ways to kill the dogs for consumption. We're so glad that our manager, Miss Kim Han-yu, was able to rescue these dogs. And unfortunately, she has have to go to court to face sentencing. And we hope that the judge will be lenient and understand that these dogs have a right to live and we have a right to rescue them. Kara is here today to talk about the Shihong Slaughterhouse and also the state of puppy milk in South Korea. We're here with the director of Kara organization, Jin Kyung, and she's here to talk about the Shihong Slaughterhouse Rescue Pool.
Hi everyone. 지난 6월 달에 저희가 불법 개 도살장에서 30여 마리의 도살 위기의 개들을 구조했습니다.
We could rescue about 30 dogs from the slaughterhouse from the CEO.
지금 보고 계시는 이 핑켓에 도살장의 모습이 보여지고 있는데요. 개들은 이렇게 페이지에 붙어져서 도살을 대기하고 있었고 이미 도살된 개들의 털이 담긴 쓰레기 봉투가 옆에 놓여져 있었습니다.
And here we have a self for photos of the CEO and Sonora house. And here we have some dogs, really small cage. And with the trash bag back, there are a lot of fur from the dogs.
그리고 한편에는 잠깐 사이에 도살된 개들이 저렇게 피를 흘리고 죽어있는 상태였고요. 저희의 구조를 기다리는 빅밀들이 안타깝게 저희를 쳐다보면서 있는 상태였고 여러분들은 지금 보시는 요 강아지 이 녀석의 여기 치아입니다.
And when I got into the slaughterhouse, there were 3 dogs inside at that point, and there are so many dogs still waiting for us to rescue. And here we have a dog. There's Chia, which is the mother dog of this little puppies. These puppies are like 5 old ones, and they are still waiting for our family.
치아는 지금 말씀하셨듯이 만삭인 상태로 이 도살장으로 끌려왔었고요. 저희가 구조한 후 바로 얼마 후에 7마리의 귀여운 아이를 낳았고 지금 이렇게 입양을 가기 위해서 이곳에서 지금 대기 중입니다. 이렇게 사랑스러운 애들이 도살되고 있고 만삭인 개들까지 끌려와서 도살되는 게 한국 개시교의 그런 모습입니다.
The mother dog, Xia, was pregnant and she was about to give birth. And there were like 7 puppies born. And it is the fact that of the slaughterhouse in Korea that we have. And there are so many young puppies, their mother's dogs are still there to be rescued.
저희 카라는 한국의 이런 비참한 상황을 세계에 알리고 또 이 문제의 실패를 우리 국민에게 알려서 개식용 문제가 다름 아닌 능력의 문제임을 알리기 위해서 그동안 여러 가지 노력을 다 해왔습니다.
We are trying to end up the dog meat industry in Korea and still comply with the law to stop the dog meat in Korea, and not only the raise the dog for the meat, also the trading the dog meat over yet. So yeah, but still we need to go more to set the law in Korea.
저희가 해온 일 중에는 우리나라 개동제의 실태를 알리기 위한 현장 조사, 그 중에는 우리 개들에게 음식 쓰레기를 먹이고 있거든요. 그런 등과 관련한 언더커버 행위라 그리고 법을 개정하기 위한 활동 같은 것들이 매년마다 열심히 실행이 되었고
And we are still trying to set the law, and also we are trying to find the more evidence as how we are feeding the dog food waste from the people, and we are still working on keeping evidence, and so also to the Congress, and the Congress and the government are still working with the same goal.
Really make sure to help you guys are able to collect evidence. And it's almost like you are, you're like the face or kind horseman that has to fire, these dogs that he hit and push her the floor. And what goes into that? We take videos, you track the, study to find these dog races.
워낙 아직까지 한국에서 내시경을 하는 그런 사람들이 많이 있지만 그거에 반대하는 분들이 많이 있거든요. 그러니까 제보나 또는 저희가 현장 조사 같은 거를 통해서 개들은 자기들의 어떤 위치나 이런 거를 짓거나 또는 개 시장 같은 곳에 이건 거래나 이런 걸 통해서 인출이 돼요. 그러면 그런 거를 단서로 해서 얘가 추적을 하는 그런 방식으로 조사를 해왔습니다.
Even though there are so many people in the dog meat industry, there are some people who are against that. So those people give us some tips to where to find or where to get some evidence. So that's how we start.
If you're following Korean Canine Rescue, you may know that Chia, mommy, is adopted to a wonderful home in New York City, and her puppies have been arriving to New York, and they're looking for forever homes. And they're so old. Hi, everyone. About me. Let's meet WeAct. I'm with Annie Candler, who's the director of WeAct, a wonderful organization that we started working with earlier this year. And Annie, we've worked together on female closure sticks. First, we were the Namangju and Hive, and then Basal, and many of those puppies have already been adopted before. Yeah. And thanks to your help, we've rescued so many, and we're going to rescue many more in 2023. Yeah. Would you like to talk about the state of Briana and how you plan for total more dogs in 2024?
Okay, sure. Cool. So 2023 was a big year for not just WeAct, but for K9 as well. And WeAct did do a lot of independent rescues back before 2023, but this year was the first partnership with K9, and then we started working with a lot of other local organizations, and we were really big to make a big impact. So we already have seen a change in the trend towards adoption, like within the community itself. And with K9's help, we were able to also adopt out many of our rescue dogs. They care for that, and they're living a gorgeous, gorgeous life. So I'm really rooting for that. And for next year, we plan to undertake maybe bigger projects and make a bigger impact. And I know that is only possible if you do come together and work together as a team. And that's really important and just along any animal rescue organizations also power.
Cool. And our manager, Kim Kyung-yu, has been able to group together meditation groups. I don't think that has impacted this rescue experience. And how is it achieved? How we approach rescue?
So I think that just changed the entire framework of how an animal rescue organization just does under any mission. Because when we first started working together, lots of people were wondering, like, oh, we do our rescue and rescues work together. So that was a change in itself. And as those collaboration projects continued, people just kept asking, like, wow, you guys are aiming to so much more. And it's not just the sheer number of dogs that we can rescue together as collaborative groups. It's also about what we can do here, because shutting down a puppy mill or a dog meat farm, like that is important in saving the animals from there. But what's more important is, are we changing the reality behind it? Are we changing the law behind it? And before this year, I don't think WeAct was really able to make any impact in terms of campaigning or in terms of actual legal changes. But this year, we've seen remarkable change, like with the Dog Man and also with the Lucy project, both in the National Assembly. So K9, especially the Korean Hyunwoo, she has just shown a very different light and perspective to many, many rescue persons of gas.
And that is we're stronger together.
Yes, we're stronger together.
Really. So yeah, we have these puppies that are all place becoming bullying soon.
Bullying us to
Yeah, and we're so grateful for the work you do.
No, we're really grateful for everything you guys do. Yeah.
Right here was the Oukjae from Dorothy Rescue. And this is a newer group in South Korea, but they're very hardworking and dedicated. And they've been doing a lot of domestic adoptions within South Korea. We'd like to know how rescue is going with them since they started and how it's been adopting domestically inside of Korea.
지금 저희는 국내에서 안락사에서 이거에서 스카치니 쓰면 상당히 이름이 like cities and see my teeth down. These all these English down. Maybe we were receiving the dogs and visitation and on the churches on these studies. Or but this year they they actually here like it's can't my knobs. You go back to these stores they green colors what's it we said that I'm really come to that. They do. I do know and it's something. Yes. And it's exactly more down on the hindrance study. Where even there are beyond so that it's like you may feel that we that so long as our zapping or to the one car on our before there is that's all I this the heal that heal and the yells and call yell the toic yeah but they study and they are starting to realize or for the same to the minds the other getting stuff out and so much there over to give up on the down connect with full and I feel my guys but I'm going to see so like we all but see the definitely situation is that there is pretty party see and being happy with there and me like
Canada has been working on proposing a puppy mill law to legislation, and it is similar to the UK Lucy law, but here in Korea, they are proposing the Lucy of their Lucy law of their own, and we would like to know how that's going.
Okay, 하고 싶어. 이무자 수경 인도하는 이 아이디어 굉장히 커다란 워킹이 있는 그런 이슈가 많습니다. 한국의 존재하는 행위비 가브리오 푸드 익스프레이트 이분 대수비 수준이란 없는 상황이에요. Very hard to we started our brother to be in Korea and border thousand casual almost Korea. And those are really big problems in Korea, like in the animal. Yeah, in animal there.
And can you tell me the side is over here?
지금 제가 안고 있는 이런 개피컵 바라지들이 사람들은 뭐 피셜에서 비교한 이런 환경에서 그렇게 잔인하게 생산이 되고 있습니다. 이 개는 저희가 작년에 연천의 변식장에서 발견한 개인데요. 2주 직후 사망을 했습니다. 너무 많은 출산 끝에 자궁과 질 빠진 상태였고요. 저희가 살릴 수가 없었어요. 저희가 그래서 이 아이들을 시작을 줬습니다.
It's a puppy that we rescued from a young happy meal, but she just died after we rescued her. But this is the place, looks like this. There were so many puppies and in the factory farming puppy mill. So the dog died. The dog we named her Lucy, but she died because there were so many delivery problems. So it was kind of sad that we didn't do anything to her. So we are trying to make Lucy law in Korea.
And what are the details of the Lucy law? What is the main goals, policies, what is in
저희 루시법은 사람들이 피쉬업에 진열되어 있는 예쁜 아기 동물을 볼 때 이 번식장에서 어떤 일이 벌어지고 있는지 전혀 알지 못하고 아무 죄책감 없이 구매합니다.
So things that in Korea people find the copies from the pet shop without knowing how, or what kind of environment they're from. So we are trying to let them know where the dogs are from and like where they are buying the puppy from pet shop.
그리고 한국말의 특별한 문제인데 저런 퍼피미에서 생산된 기본은 경매장을 통해서 피쉬업 쇼윈도에 지원이 되는 그런 기업들이 구입했거든요.
In Korea, it's kind of weird that we have an option business that feeding for a dog. So it's those dogs as the vehicles, they are really yellow and they were less than 2 months old. So I'm here trying to stop.
그래서 저희 루시법의 개념은 사람들이 이렇게 개들이 잔인하게 번식이 돼서 물건처럼 경매돼서 피쉬업에 관련되는 그 과정이 얼마나 잔인하고 무인정한지 알게 하고 이를 통해서 피쉬업에서 사는 행위를 안 하도록 소비자와 덕대임을 알리는 그런 캠페인입니다.
So we are trying to let the people know that buying is like really crucial thing for the puppy because those are the environment of the puppy mill in Korea. So we are trying to avoid those the auctions of the puppies and selling the puppies in the pet shop.
Where are you at against the legislation?
그래서 저희는 경매장을 폐쇄하고 피쉬업을 없애서 사람들이 직접 양심적인 프리덤 리더스피에서 개를 입양할 수 있도록 하기 위해서 그런 내용의 법안이 지금 국회에서 제안을 해놓은 상태입니다. 이미 캠페인은 ongoing.
And we propose the constitutional agreement that we could stop those breeding and those puppy mills and selling these puppies who are under 6 months. And we are trying to those where they get this little puppy. And those are really social and the environment. We believe that they should know about the environment, and we're buying those cute little puppies from.
Think about the mother and the father and where the mother and father were all and how they're living, not just the cute puppy in your window.
People should come with me anyway.
That's the one thing I think about.
지금 이 도시는 너무나 작고 예쁜 여러 강아지들이 대부분 몸이 약한 개들을 계속 선택교배해서 남기던에 아주 약한 동물이. 그런데 법정은 이런 어묵이 해외에서 많이 구매를 해본다고 하는 것. 행비를 처방됐어요.
And he is worried about that. These puppies are mainly small. And the mother dog and other dog are weaned also small, and they were trying to make a babies from that. As we heard that some people from the abroad still buying this, like from other nations and things. So we are still worried about how the systems work.
Yes, we see it in the United States where often these small teacup puppies are imported into the U.S. in large numbers, like millions of these puppies. So it's a worldwide problem, not just in South Korea, in the United States as well. And it's important to adopt and not buy. And thank you so much for your source. I'm with Gangneung Kang from Asan Shelter, and she's been working at the Asan Shelter for quite some time now.
Yeah. More than 7 years.
7 years, a really long time. And we actually met about 4 years ago. And we got to tour the Asan Shelter and see the work that Gangneung does. She works with a lot of country dogs and abandoned dogs. And would you like to talk about the shelter system in Korea and how it can help?
The Korean city house will have actually every of our city house are killing shelter. So they have to be euthanized after 10 days. But with help like K9, Korean rescues help the dogs in the city shelter for saving them. But it's nice. So
But also the work that you do is you see a lot of dogs come into the shelter system or the city shelter, and you try to get those adopted and help them out. So they're already in the place. What direction is that going in Korea? Do you see the numbers increasing or decreasing?
nowadays, last year is increasing.
Decreasing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also the euthanasia ratio is also getting decreased.
Oh my God.
But the most important thing is it's still very high, like 30%, almost 30%. So they have to be zero. Actually, have to be zero with us. So we are helping and also doing an improved system. Like city pounds cooperate with the government. Each city government have to be cooperate with rescues like us. So, for example, in Asan, the euthanasia ratio is almost below 7%.
7%.
Yes, more than 7% this years, and the adoption ratio is more than 65%.
Yeah.
So
And that's a really good ratio for Korea, right? It's one of the highest.
yes,
Yeah. Are there other areas in Korea that have a very high rate?
I think the average adoption ratio is 30, below that 30, and recommendation, as I said before, about 30% also. And so child
Rate?
yes, later that ratio is also more than 20%.
That's a lot. That's just from the lack of care that the relay shelter system. They're not getting, just quality of life in the city shelters. So, what does 2024 look like for you? What will you be doing in 2024?
2024, yeah. Okay, so I think before I think Asan City is getting improving compared to other cities and also the previous certain more. For example, along the Asan City's house get this nature more actually simply. And so that's why our dormitory that's way is below than what's that? It's a percentage nature. That is chicken. So from chicken. So so that so I maybe what do you improve this system for prevent the danger in other cities. So we have planned that if they are to the government to do the vaccination system in every city. So that is one.
There's so appreciative of what we can do. I know it's hard. If you visit a city shelter in Korea, it's absolutely heartbreaking. It's not like shelters here in the United States. A lot of natural deaths occur, but Jiyoung's group Band for Animal is doing a wonderful job at making Asan City Shelter an example of how a shelter should be done in South Korea. So thank you. And this is Lee. He's maybe 6-month-old Jindo puppy. Yeah, he's been one of our superstars here at the center. He does she's been one of our superstars at the center. She does all sorts of games and play, and she's just such a good puppy. And she was rescued from Asan Shelter. So you can find some really great dogs if you look to your local shelters and adopt. So cute. Now we're in what we call the new wing of the structure. It's basically a quarantine area for sick and special needs dogs and dogs who need just a little care and privacy. And I'd like to show you a Korean canine rescue. We have a freezer here. We're making fresh food 3 months, and this is Just Food for Dogs recipe. And we use it for a lot of the older dogs or the sick dogs. Maybe the dogs who don't want to eat the kibble. We use Just Food for Dogs, and it's very flavorful, and it's fresh food, so it keeps them very healthy. Give them goat's milk, and as you can see, we make a lot of it. A lot of the special needs dogs really like the fresh food diet from Just Food for Dogs. Over here, we have our supplement area, and we have everything from high quality Norwegian fish oil to joint supplements, antioxidants, powdered milk, and all the dogs get supplements in their diet so they can have maximum nutrition. And in the beginning, we saw that we make our own treats, and this is our dehydrator here. A dehydrator is very big, very large, and we make our own dehydrated duck nets so the dogs can have a really healthy, easy digestible snack. In the new wing, we have the quarantine center here, where we have the rescue group Youumbba. And we've been working, Korean Canine and Youumbba have been working together on various rescue missions. One of them is the Paju City zombie dogs. And we call them the zombie dogs because they had so much mange and missing hair and fur that they looked literally like zombie dogs. Really sad situation. It was a hoarder. And today we're here to talk with a local representative about these dogs and how far they've come since they were rescued. This is Nore from Youumbba. Talk about what it's been like working on rehabilitating these Paju rescue dogs.
파주 개들을 이렇게 재활하고 치료하는 과정이 어떠셨는지.
일단 처음 옷을 봤을 때는 이게 정말 개가 왔나 싶을 정도의 외형이었는데
When saw them, she couldn't believe that these animals are dogs.
And how many months has it taken for you to see some little bit of progress with their skin and health?
그 개들이 조금의 그 털이 나고 이런 변화가 나는데 대략 어느 정도 시간이 걸렸다는 생각하시죠? 먼저 오세요. Perhaps enough to months, 2 or 3 months, depending on the condition of the dog. So as you can see here, some of this like black, like dark ones, like the one like this, that one had no hair at all, and skin was already right because they have been like this for years. But dogs like the lighter ones, like looks like this one, that one is young ones, they're young ones. So these dogs got hair back after like started like after a month or something, and so it depends because there were 53 dogs in one small house, and
And if they were the contagious
Right, right.
Disease, skin disease.
Skin disease, and also none of them were nurtured or speak. So they were getting pregnant and giving birth and fighting and dying, like killing each other. So it was whole.
Who's this little baby over here?
Briana. The name is Olivia. So she was rescued from Paju. So she's one of these that is not. So you get offered they did that. And then attacking with Olivia.
And how many months has it taken for you to see her grow?
이렇게 탈이 날 때까지 몇 달 정도 걸렸나요? 두 달로는 들어갈지가 세 달쯤부터 시리즈를 이렇게 for the first one and the second one and that's progress. But then after 3 months, hair started growing.
Yeah, so it's going to take a long time.
Yes, we learn. For speed though, very serious. Look at that. 주세요. 우리 올리비아, 올리비아 몇 살이다? 올리비아 1살 정도. 생일에서 super. I hope she can find family, very loving family in New York.
We love some straight.
Yeah, we love some too.
So definitely keep in mind that we have all types of dogs that are needing homes, and they're all very sweet. And they all deserve a second chance. So they just need a chance.
Yeah, and with the right treatment and love, they get much better and much more beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. Okay? Boom.
And let's talk about the puzzles. In addition to the Paju dogs, he also rescued a collaboration with Youumbba, the Asan puppy mill dogs, and many other rescue groups helped. There were 1,400 dogs, more than 1,400 dogs, and they only held a legal license for 400 dogs. So they are clearly in violation, and you can just imagine the amount of suffering from neglect and basically using it as a battery farm to breed these small puppy mill dogs. Would you like to give us some insight on how the rescue operation happened?
Well, there was a report. Well, actually, the people who worked there, but still, they said the people in the puppy mill, they had all the evidence and sent to the rescue groups. And then, so right after we received the downs at night, and the next day, we're all there and started taking action. It wasn't an easy job to rescue over 200 dogs, but we were able to get help from the county province. So we rescued over 600 dogs, and for 20 rescue groups brought together to rescue nearly all of them. This will be the biggest rescue ever in history in Korea. Rescue. So as you can see, these dogs are safe and happy, and no longer are used for feeding. They work. Thing is to for puppy homes.
Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you, Gina.
I'm with Miss Oukjae, one of our most beloved rescuers in South Korea. And we've been working together for many, many years now. I would say maybe 5 or 6 years with Korean Canine. And Miss Oukjae has rescued hundreds of dogs that have been adopted in New York City. And she's very much loved and appreciated for her hard work. And we're really grateful that she could come today to speak about the situation in her city and talk about what the shelter system has been like since she started rescuing her. So, Ms. Oukjae, first, thank you so much for all the detail. We'd like to know how the year has been for you and what the future looks like.
올해가 좀 어땠는지, 그리고 그 미래는 어떨 것 같은지. 저기가 많이 어렵고 때는 진짜로 조금 뭐 시골에서 태어나는 아이들도 많았지만 실질적으로 버려진 아이들이 굉장히 많고 그리고 들어오는 아이들이 여름에는 흰날을 거의 신발이 한 3개월 동안 소식들이 들어왔었어요. This year, since economy has been bad this year, so it was not the ones that were born in the countryside, but a lot of those here actually about things their families. So they had a lot of people coming to make abandoned dogs, or they were just blown away on the street, many of them. So last summer, there were about 70 to 80 dogs getting murdered. They cancel it, share kind of.
The shelter used to be notorious for a high euthanization rate. What is that like now?
가 전에는 안락사 비중이 미국이 매우 높은 포션인데 현재는 어떤가요? 점점보다 올해가 안락사 시에는 거의 매달 명단이 나왔었고 소되는 아이들이 너무 많았어가지고 근데 지금 K9에서 너무나 입양은 어떻게 또 너무나 she's actually to be honest there were more dogs this year than ever into the short time. So Finland every month there was at least we got dogs that went would have to be at least twice. However, if you helpful through K9 rescue, you were able to rescue like save many of them. 이게 그 안락사 비율은 like 시프로 넘버 선수들 매달 작년은 뭐 3개월에 한 번 10마리였던 지금 매달 15마리씩 올리는 명단이 지금 나왔었는데 너무나 감사하게 입양은 너무나 많이 잘 보내주셔가지고 안락사 이후로는 작년 30% 이상은 줄었어요. So last year, there were about 10 dogs on the list. We thought apprentice. But they had agreements. But this year, actually, 15 each one addicted dogs were on the list of this year. But with the help from you and Briana Rescue, we were able to save and send for adoption a lot. So the rate, like 50% that lower. It is 50% lower than last year. Again, yes. And without them creating a rescue and the adopters, the loss are supposed to be utilized this year. It's so serious. Oh my God.
Well, thank you so much for the work that you do. And we'll always support Gangneung Shelter because we know how hard you work. Do you have any plans for next year to rescue more dogs?
내년에 혹시 더 구조를 할 수 있을지 지금 너무 많이 개가지고 계시고 입양을 보내주고 계셔서 내년에도 정말 안락사가 더 되지 않고 저희서 애들 이렇게 as long as you can story that you can help him just got to try our best to save as many as possible. So
We'll keep trying for Miss Oukjae. And are these your two babies here from Gangneung?
이거 아이들이 강릉의 아이들이
Right. So that will be coming to New York soon for a home. And please support Miss Oukjae on her Instagram and see the work that she does. It's life-saving. And I know a lot of our alumni that have adopted dogs that have come been rescued by her and come through us. Really, really love you. We appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us tonight for Christmas in Bundang. We hope that you learned a lot and you enjoyed our program. We were happy to bring you so many wonderful stories and rescue groups who came together tonight for our special event. And from our family to yours, happy holidays!